Hello and welcome to today's Brand Breakthrough Show. Today is all about how you take your mission and really use it to drive your business forward. So how many of you have created your vision statement already and your mission statement, maybe even your value statement? It's something that it just enriches the whole experience for the ideal clients who don't know who you are yet, or maybe they've kind of dipped into your universe. Hi Amanda, they've dipped into your universe. They want to find out a little bit more about you, but they don't really know what you do. And so having that vision statement, mission statement, and value statement are really super important factors in creating so much clarity for your ideal customers that it's just easy for them to know exactly what you do, who you do it for, and most importantly, how you're going to take them to where they want to go from where they are. Hi Lubna. So please tag in some of the people that you know would get some great value out of getting super focused on how to drive their business forward, because that's what we're going to cover today. Lubna, you've got your vision and mission statement, not a definitive value statement. So that's a really good thing for you to put into place as well. And the other great thing about having a value statement, once you've gone through, especially if you're in the Brand Builders Club, you'll have been through our values creation process. Barbara, hello, my darling. So you'll have gone through that process of creating your values. I'm not going to touch on that too much today. Hi, Claire. So good to see you. So we're not going to go into that too much today. But here's how a value statement can be so powerful, and I would really lead with that. Shireen, hello my love. So really lead with your value statement, especially when you are putting the video on your homepage or your landing page. It's really awesome to start to kick into place with that value statement. So I'll do a session that's just on value statement. Let me make a note of that. I will fit that into the schedule for you, because I think that would be a really good one for you, because basically your values should be in everything. Of course, your brand colors come from your values. Many things come from those values. More importantly, what comes from your values is your ideal customers, because when you have a values match between you and them, it really creates a marriage of the most beautiful kind, where you just get to enjoy passionately what you do in a way that they value those same things that you do. So that's going down the line of a value statement. I'll cover that in another show. Today is all about that mission statement. So how many of you, give me a thumbs up or some hearts, how many of you have created your mission statement already? So let me know how many of you have actually created that so far. And if you have it to hand, paste it in the comments with this video. Paste it in there. Even if you're watching the live afterwards, the replay, post it anyway, because then the whole group will get to see what your mission is. Kay, hello, gorgeous. Christina, oh, what a surprise. This is just awesome. I'm getting to play with like all my favorite people today. This is like such a treat. I'm seeing you all show up. It's brilliant. So for those of you that have created your mission, fabulous, because we're going to look at how you drive that forward today. For those of you that haven't created your mission yet, here's a little breakdown of what your mission is, so you can go away and create that. And by the way, one of the things that I've just created is, and especially for those of you in the Brand Builders Club, you'll understand what this is. For those of you that aren't, you might not know. One of the things that I've done is to create the 7-step brand Kickstarter. And it's the first process that all of our members go through when they join the Brand Builders Club. And the reason I created it was because I used to deliver a 5-day retreat. You might well have been on it or seen me delivering it. It's called Master Your Message Mastermind. I delivered it for about 3 years, 4 times a year. It was about £5,000 a person to come on that. Oh, brilliant, Amanda. And so I used to run that for 5 days at my home in France, 4 times a year. And what I noticed, because I was running that way before I launched Brand Builders Club, and what I noticed was the members that were coming into Brand Builders Club once I launched that, who were then coming through that process in France, there was a significant difference in the acceleration of their businesses. And I didn't feel good about there being some kind of separation between our members. I didn't feel that was nice at all. And so I decided to stop running that retreat. And so I stopped running it and I turned it into the 7-Step Brand Kickstarter so that all of our members would get access to that. And what's happened is I got it transcribed. So I did the 7-Step Kickstarter. It's a mini course, the first thing you go through in the club, and I got it transcribed. And then as I started going through it, I started to realize there were so many other aspects to creating your vision, your mission, your pitch, what you're selling, how much you're selling it for, how you want people to share about you, what you want them to say. You know, if you're going to be on stage or giving your press pack to someone, what are they going to say about you? It's all in the 7-Step Brand Kickstarter. All that stuff comes out of this. Your About Us for your website, for any of your landing pages, your introduction whenever you're asked what you do, like, so it's consistent every single time. And so the 7-Step Brand Kickstarter really is about mastering your message so that you create those ripple effects that are completely consistent when it's out in the world. Because once that message leaves your mouth, you want it to be so easy that people can remember it, but it's also repeatable as well. So memorable and repeatable. You could write that down for me. Memorable and repeatable. That's what you're going for with your brand. That's how you create a brand instead of just branding. So I started going through the transcript, and as I'm going through it, I'm like, oh my, I need to add this in and I need to add that in. It turned into a complete booklet with lots of illustrations and guiding you to all kinds of stuff. And so that is now being turned into a book. And so that will be going on sale at some point. I haven't set a date with a deadline for that yet, but I will be. Anyway. The digital version of the book is in the Brand Builders Club. So Brand Builders, you've got access to this. You can go and get it now. There's a lot more in here than there is in the actual training that's online. So I suggest that you read this and then go through each of the steps. So Amanda, you're just about to go through the mission statement. You want to go through it, read the book part first. So it's in here, read the book, and then go through the steps. Brilliant. Thank you for posting that for me. So yeah, step number 6 in the 7-Step Brand Kickstarter is all about your mission. And so I take you through, there's 7 different things that you'll also go through as you go through that process. Awesome. Yes, Ishreen. Hi, Amanda Bell. Amanda is responsible for my amazing hair that I've got tied back right now. But Amanda is going to be looking after me at the Vision, Voice and Visibility Summit in December. If you want your hair done so you're all glamorous for the awards due, you better get in there with Amanda now. So yeah, I cover all sorts of stuff from research and listening to crafting your offer, like pre-release, launching it, optimizing and relaunching, illuminating it and automating it. So these are just some of the things that I cover in here that are not in the online version of it. All right, so you want the book as well as this. So that's what I created. So make sure that you get your mission statement prepared and ready if you haven't gone through that so far. Because it's really important that you know, your mission is not just something that sounds pretty. That's not what your mission is there for. Your mission is there to drive the business forward. So, I've got some comments in here. Fabulous. Lubna, vision statement. Exponential Hero is a global center of excellence to transition over 10 million entrepreneurs from feeling stuck and frustrated to authentically doing what they love. Fabulous. And have you got your mission statement as well? Because it would be very cool to see that. Okay. Yes, it probably is time for you to maybe tweak your vision a little bit. Ishreen, our vision is a new culture for organizations in which leaders motivate themselves and their people to contribute their unique value, create parity, and generate sustainable success. Might need a little tiny tweak on there. I think it's time that we now shorten that down a bit, and you've progressed so much more since we first did that in 2016, Ishreen. Blimey, I can't believe that's how long ago that we first worked together. Ishreen's mission: we bring together uncharted thinking, groundbreaking programs, and a nurturing approach to share knowledge, influence culture, and unleash world-class performance. We are pioneers of progress through parity. Love that. I think, yeah, brilliant. Thank you, Amanda. Hi, Joe. Hopefully you're coming on here. Lily Joe, hello. Philip Chan. Oh my goodness. This really is a treat for Sammy today, isn't it? Perfect. So Amanda has also posted her vision, her values. Fabulous, fabulous. And started to post your value there. Brilliant. So let's just cover very quickly, because we've only got like another 15 minutes left. Kay, brilliant, has posted hers. I'm going to come back to that in a second. So many people, when they're creating their vision and mission, end up with pretty much two mishmashes of the same thing. So they bring the mission into the vision, and then they bring the vision into the mission when they create that. And ultimately, they are two totally different things, and you want to keep them completely separate. They do two totally different roles. They have two totally different roles in the way that you're branding and positioning yourself. So your vision is, what are you building, and who are you building it for? So I am building the world's largest and most valuable brand building resource. Who are you building that for? Entrepreneurs of purpose-driven businesses. Or, we're building the world's largest, I don't know, brand accelerator, or midlife strategy accelerator, or whatever it is that is your vision. You want to get that out there. So it's the world's largest, or the world's best, or a global something, right? Because you really, that setting that vision is setting the tone for where that business is going to go. Stephanie, hello. So yeah, that vision really sets the tone. It sets the pace. In fact, Stephanie, now that Stephanie's on here, it's so cool that Stephanie's here, because when Stephanie first joined the Brand Builders Club, I remember Jamie holding your feet to the fire, Stephanie, and saying, well, what's your number? What's your number? How many people are you going to impact on? And I remember you giving her the number. I'm not going to say what the number was. You gave her the number, and she said, add a 0. And she said, I know that Sammy's going to tell you to add a 0 to that. and I would. I absolutely would. Sandra, hello. And so she adds a 0. And then, of course, like she then speaks to me, or I think it was you put it up in the Brand Builders Club group. And I said, you need to add a 0 to that. She's like, what? I already added a 0. But the thing is, with your vision, the more specific you can be about that vision, the more inspirational it is to not just yourself, but to everybody else, right? So you're going to use your vision in so many different ways. Like, I was once walking through you might have heard me talk about this story before. I was once walking through this hotel lobby in LA. I think it was the Fairmont Hotel. I can't remember exactly where it was. It was a Fairmont Hotel. So, it's marble everywhere, the big bowls of lilies. And, these places, they always smell absolutely gorgeous, don't they? And as I'm walking through the hotel, accidentally on purpose, you said, yeah, whoops, slipped another 0 in there, Stephanie. And actually, I remember what it was. So we were at this event. I wasn't speaking at this one. I'd been speaking at Laurel Langemeyer's event in San Diego, and I think we hired a car, that was right, and we got a soft top Mustang, and Greg and I took 2 days to drive around the whole coast. It was actually a 2.5 hour drive, but we took 2 days doing it. We end up at this joint ventures event, and so there we are, and I had some friends that were speaking there, and it was a load of fun. And it got to like the end of the event. It was coming to the end, and they were doing like a big close on everybody, and Greg and I said, let's go to the bar. So we went through to the bar, had a drink, on our way back, and I didn't realize I still had my name tag on. And as we're walking through this beautiful hotel lobby, this woman comes walking in through the revolving doors with like her hair, obviously her hair was wet, so she's kind of wrapped a towel around her head, like when you pile it on top of your head, you twist it and wrap it up. I don't know what you'd actually call that. And she's wearing like a dressing gown, a robe, and she's got 2 dogs on a lead. And I just wasn't expecting to see that. So I was quite shocked as I'm seeing this woman walk through. And she beelines me, and I'm kind of like walking, trying to edge out of the way, thinking, maybe there's something behind me that she's going for. Anyway, she doesn't. She comes and she beelines me. She walks up to me, stops me dead in my tracks. Greg stood there next to me, like, what the hell's going on? She gets my lanyard with my name on it, and she looks at it like this, and she said, what do you do then? Just like that. What do you do then? Absolutely on the spot. I used to hate that question until I got really focused on my vision. And I said, wow, I'm really pleased you asked. I'm really passionate about what I'm doing because I'm building the world's largest and most valuable brand building resource for entrepreneurs of purpose-driven businesses. And she said, wow, oh, so you're in branding. Okay, well, I've got a business that I really want to grow it. Could you help with that? You know, I need to be branding my business. Is that something you could help with? Hi, Sarah. And I said, well, yeah, sure. Like, if you could tell me about your business. And anyway, she was like, oh, well, I can tell you about that tomorrow when we have breakfast. Like, totally making assumptions, right? And I had my phone in my hand. She went and she goes, here, give me that. And so she takes my phone out of my hand and she goes like that. She obviously can't get into it. So she goes like that at me, points it at me so that I could do the fingerprint thing. So I unlock the phone. She goes into my messages. She puts her name and her number into my phone and then sends me a message. Or sends herself a message from me and says, right, I'll see you tomorrow for breakfast. I was like, what the heck just happened? And totally stunned. And anyway, like I had a client, I was delivering a client coaching session on the beach the next day. So I messaged her back and said, look, you know, it's lovely to meet you. Her name's Jen. Lovely to meet you. Unfortunately, I can't make breakfast tomorrow. Is there another time that you can meet? And so she came back and she said, how about dinner at my place? And she sends me the address. And so Greg and I were like, I said, okay. Because I thought, you know, I'm just going to say yes to these experiences that open up. So we're sat there in Hard Rock Cafe in Hollywood in the afternoon, like going, are we crazy? Like, we're going to go to this woman's house. She's a complete stranger. Don't know who she is. Could be a complete axe murderer. You know, why are we doing this? Anyway, we end up going. And as we walk into her house, it was like quite a steep, like we parked up and it's quite a steep hill, and then you had to walk up quite a few steps to get to her house. And as we get to the top, and we're kind of like, you know, looking around, she says, oh, Sammy, Greg, lovely to see you. And she remembered everything. Like, she had this photographic memory. She says, here's my boyfriend. I wanted to introduce you to him. He's actually doing all the cooking tonight. I wanted to introduce you to him because he's got a company in Mexico and he's looking to extend his brand. He's looking to build his brand in LA, and I know that you can help him with that. And she said, and because I looked on your website, I just totally stalked you, so I know everything that you do, and so I invited my accountant here as well. So David, this is Sammy and Greg. Sammy and Greg, this is David. David's got over 400 clients here in LA, and I'm sure you're going to want to build in LA, otherwise you wouldn't be here. So I'll just get you something to drink, red or white. It was just mind-blowing, mind-blowing. Turned out that she was actually from Edmonton and she'd just flown over to be with her boyfriend for a few weeks, and it was his house that she invited us to. And so when we went back to Canada and we were launching Brand Builders Club in Canada, she was a part of that launch. And you just never can tell where your vision is going to get you. So really master that vision, right? What are you building and who are you building it for? So it's so clear, you can say it in 10 seconds or less and it lands. It's memorable and it's repeatable. Give me that again, actually. So I said it earlier, memorable and repeatable. Type that in the comments box so I know that you're getting it, right? Memorable and repeatable. So that's your vision. Your mission is how you are going to build your business, how you're going to deliver on that promise of the vision that you've made. And the reason why the mission is so good for driving your business forward is it really is the demonstration of how you are going to plan to achieve that. So when I thought I'm going to build the world's largest and most valuable brand building resource, I didn't know how I was going to do that at the time. I'd never built anything like that before in my life. Thank you, Lubna. And so I thought, you know, actually, this is the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to create a really strong vision that holds my feet to the, a really strong mission that holds my feet to the fire on how we are going to deliver this. And so the mission really is the outcome for your clients, what you're going to give them. Hi, Karen. And how you're going to bring all of that together. That's ultimately when you're bringing that the mission together. That's really what you're going to be doing. So I'm not going to take you totally into the mission right now because you can go through that in the 7-Step Brand Kickstarter. But what I want to do is really highlight that once you've got that mission, how many different ways you can really use that to drive your business forward. So really think about it, right? If you know very clearly what your outcome is for your client, aren't you going to be so better able to articulate that? Aren't you going to be so much clearer about what you deliver and how you deliver it? Aren't your clients going to be so much clearer about what you do and how you do it? That's why it's so important to get that mission statement absolutely critically, like, boom, get it right. What you might find actually is I delivered some stuff on mission. For those of you that aren't in the Brand Builders Club, if you go into the search bar within this How to Build a Brand group, and I think if you type in day 6 or hashtag day 6 in the search bar, you'll find one of the very early videos that I did that was on how to create that really compelling mission statement. So go through that. For those of you that are in the Brand Builders Club, you have the latest, much cleaner version of that, and obviously more ideas that are in that, and also in the Brand Build, the 7-Step Brand Kickstarter book. So make sure you go through that. So when you have that mission statement, you then become really clear. You're going to want to use it at the top of your website. You're going to want to print it out and put it in front of you. Jeff Alexander, hello! One of our newest members of the Brand Builders Club. Hi, Jeff. Jeff is now, he's taking over the Momentum Mondays show. So every third Monday of the month at 7 p.m. UK time, so whatever that time is for you in the world, Jeff Alexander is your expert who has just joined the team. And he is one of the world's most amazing SEO experts. So anything you want to know about Google, pay-per-click, local search, showing up globally for what you do. You know when you go and you look at something and all of a sudden it's following you all around the internet? Well, that's what Jeff can do, as well as many other things. And he regularly gets called into many companies to support them with this, including smaller businesses that want to be much bigger. So make sure you look out for the shares that we put out, letting you know that that's coming. That's every Monday. We have Momentum Mondays. That happens twice on every Monday. It's 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. every Monday. Make sure you put it in your diary. The third Monday of the month, 7 p.m. Come and see Jeff. He's going to give you 15 minutes of golden information that will really help you to drive your business forward and get found for doing what you love. How cool is that? Jeff's also going to be at the Thinkubator on Wednesday. So in 2 days, no, tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to be live in London. For those of you that haven't experienced the Thinkubator yet, why don't you come down? You're going to meet Jeff, you'll meet Amanda, Yoka Hotma, she's going to be there as well. We've got a brilliant crowd coming down. We're going to be at the Holiday Inn, High Street, Kensington tomorrow. 6:15 p.m. for registration, 6:30 start. I'm going to be sharing with you how to significantly increase your revenue and then how to turn that into predictable and scalable income. So I'm doing a 45-minute session on that live with me in person, and then we're going to go into 2 hours of masterminding. So you bring a challenge, a pain, or a problem, or an idea you want help with, we're going to be masterminding that. So it's like 3 hours of power. Come down and join us in London tomorrow, or we're going to be in Southend the next day. And actually I'm hopping over to the Netherlands right now on Zoom to deliver the online version of that. So if you want to come and join us for the Netherlands discussion, then I'll make sure, actually, Lubna, if you could post the Zoom link, maybe there are some people here that might want to jump on and join us for that. So we're going to go and do that now online. So, you know, just really think about how you can use your mission. I'm just going to wrap up here in so many different ways to motivate you, motivate your customers, like sharing your mission statement with all of your customers or with the potential people that you want to do business with. I think that's a really powerful way of letting them know what you're doing. You know, sharing it with peers, people who you would love to be doing business with, who haven't maybe done business with you yet, or maybe you've been in the process of talking to them about what you do. You could easily send something out to them, like maybe a Facebook message, or a thank you, Lubna. If you could let everybody know that I'm jumping on in a couple of minutes, That would be fabulous. Thank you, my darling. And so, yeah, sending that out to people via message or LinkedIn message or email, you know, dropping it to them in some way and saying, you know, as somebody that I really respect and appreciate and value, I'd really appreciate your feedback on the new vision and mission that I've just created for the business that I'm building, which is this. And so sending that out, I tell you what, you'll end up with extra business as a result of doing that. So even just using those 3 ways, using it in your videos, using it on your About Us page of your website, creating a press pack so that anybody that asks you to speak, any opportunity that you have to get your brand out there, whether through advertising, on the back of your books, you know, like your vision and mission actually goes across everything. So make sure you sweeten that up. And if you haven't started it yet, you know exactly how to get that started. So take care, have an amazing week. And shall I give you some very exciting news? I don't know. Give me some hearts, show me some love if you'd like to be the first to know some very, very exciting news. I've literally just come off of the call. So you are the first to hear about it, but I'll only tell you if you show me some love here. So, you know, give me some of those hearts, and I'll let you know. Oh, Jeff sent me a heart there. Jeff, thank you, and Amanda. So here's the thing: I've just got off of the phone with Bob Doyle from The Secret, and he's amazing. Bob Doyle is amazing. He was one of my speakers on a cruise that I delivered for a very select few of our clients. We took them to Mexico a couple of years ago on a masterminding cruise, and Bob was one of our speakers. Bob is going to MC Vision, Voice, and Visibility. So Bob's going to fly over. We're going to fly him in from Las Vegas, and he's going to spend 3 whole days with us at the Vision, Voice, and Visibility Summit. He's an amazing friend. He actually made my wedding cake when Greg and I got married. He is awesome. He is adorable. He is funny. And he's pretty much going to deliver his Bob Doyle show on stage for 3 days. If you haven't got your ticket to Vision, Voice, and Visibility, make sure you get your ticket. Like, send me a message, ask me for the link. I'll make sure that you have it. You do not want to miss it. Like, day 1, we're getting super focused on your vision for 2020. You're going to have 2020 vision by the time you walk out of day 1, and we've got an amazing activity you're going to do that's really going to demonstrate what other entrepreneurial skills you need to be putting into your business to really drive it forward next year, to really create that vision and make it come to life. Day 2 is all about your voice. How do you get your voice out into the world, even if it's written, whether it's worded, if you're writing a book. There's all kinds of ways that you can actually take your voice and make it heard across the world. That's what we're going to do on day 2. And then we got our awards that evening. Red carpet, amazing 16 awards celebrating our Brand Builders Club members and all the achievements they've created throughout the year. And on day 3, we're going for it. Day 3 is all about visibility, really getting your brand out there, getting it seen, heard, and felt by everyone, so you are the most credible business out there in the world. And it doesn't matter who else exists in the world. It won't matter, because you will be shining the brightest. While they're all being complacent because they think they've got it all, you'll be shining the brightest, and you're going to be given some incredible strategies that are going to take you from where you are to where you really want to go to meet that vision you set for yourself. So if you haven't got your ticket, make sure you get your ticket. Bob and I are going to be chatting in the next couple of weeks, and I'm just super excited for you. So I will see you in next week's Brand Breakthrough show. What are we talking about next week? Let me find out. Same time, same place. How to drive publicity and sales to fill your membership program. So if you're creating a membership program, or you're thinking about creating one, make sure you're here 5 p.m. UK time, same time next week, here in this group, and I will see you. I'll see you in the group, and hopefully I'll see you at Vision, Voice, and Visibility. Take care, lots of love. Mwah. Make sure you tag in some people that you know should be seeing this. See you later.